Welcome back to Visions from the Darkside. I'm Chickadee Chuck.
And I'm Godless.
We're going to wrap this thing up with a segment about what you believe. Now, during South by Southwest, I was texting you about all this cool stuff that's going on, all these opportunities that are coming up. And then you hit me with texts about how Kvelertak has got a perfect record.
Perfect record.
And I just don't get it.
You don't get it?
Okay, I get it on a certain level that they got a good record out, but this is not a perfect record. This is not their best record.
It is.
No, it's not.
It's the perfect record at the perfect time.
Well, okay. I admit that it's a good record, and it's a good time for it because Roadrunner needed a new splash. It's something. It's what they do. It's fresh, as far as sounding wise. But honestly, it's not as good as the first album.
Oh, I totally think it. See, this is the thing. You've been raving about Kvelertak for how many years now? 2,
Dude,
3
I know.
years?
At least 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah. So, and the whole time I'm like, the Mjad song.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Totally awesome. The rest of that album, good. But for me, it's always been like, I get what they're going for, but they're not there yet. And I thought it was going to take 2 or 3 albums to get there, and it hasn't. They've gotten there now. The album comes out on Tuesday. It's called Meir, and it is a perfect metal album.
See, I don't agree. I just don't agree. I think that the one thing that they had on the first record that they don't have on the new record is they don't have the hooks. They don't have the hooks like they did before.
Oh, kidding?
It's not quite. No. It takes a lot longer to get to them than it did before. It's just something about the style. It's definitely different. I mean, the first record had 2 and 3 and 4 minute songs. New one's got 6 and 7 in some instances.
I know, but it delivers.
Which are some of those are good, but I'm not saying it's a bad record by no means. I really think it's a good record. But perfect record? I don't know if I'm going to go there.
It's a perfect record. These guys have taken some extreme chances in changing what they're doing, and it sounds awesome. It works.
But the reason that I ranted and raved about them for 3 effing years was because I loved what they were doing. They didn't need to change or adjust.
But they're doing what they were doing, but they're doing it better. Oh, man.
And I like some of this stuff, like you hear in the background here, like where they're taking little chances with guitar parts. Like where they're taking some chances with the guitar parts and some of the arrangement. I dig that. I can get behind that. Some of that's good. But I'm missing just a few of those short bursts. Like this one is a good song, and it's
awesome
a good
song.
single, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm getting behind the whole thing.
On the last show, I was trashing Ghost, right? And you were like, you were like, well, that's because they put out an awful song ahead of time. That's how they do it now. But Kvelertak put out this song, and this song is totally awesome. And I was originally all right. Hold on, let me finish. And I was worried because I was like, all right, so maybe this is like, all right, so Ghost puts out a poopy song, and the rest of the album will be great, and everything's good. I don't believe it, but okay. But then here, Kvelertak put out an awesome song. Maybe the rest of the album is poop. But it turns out the only reason they made this song the first single was because every song on this album could be a single.
No, the only reason that they made this song the single is because this is the only one that's radio friendly, that's friendly enough to try to become a single that people are going to get into and can kind of latch onto. When you hear something like this is different.
Yeah,
it's much catchier to me. I don't know.
Did Bron Brer or whatever? The hook is so big you could hook the whole island.
But that's the only song with a hook.
No, dude.
Yes,
the whole album is filled with them.
Nah, it's the one thing I thought throughout the entire record was that, man, I wish they need to jump.
You got to do me a big favor. You got to listen to the album again, and this time take off the mute button because this is a perfect album. Now,
whatever.
No,
there's no such thing.
I would have thought there wasn't, except for like Raining Blood. Like there is not another perfect metal album. The Gojira album last year is an awesome album,
close, yeah.
But it is not quite perfect. But it is close. The new Kvelertak is perfect.
But see, when I hear this song, in particular, this one, when you hear,
like I said,
it's the hook.
Yeah. It's huge. It's awesome.
There's only 3 songs on the new record that have that kind of bite.
But this is the only song off the first album that has that kind of bite.
No. I would tell you the names of the songs, but I can't pronounce them.
Totally, yeah.
And that's
and I can't remember.
Well, you know, this about the thing with the song with the Kv and the V and the other. It's got I think it's got a K in there, maybe an H, with one of them umlaut squiggly thingies. I don't know. What's great is that no matter what, wherever you type KV, only one band comes up. So
they're Google friendly.
They're definitely in a class of their own when it comes to that. I was gonna say, what's the other one? It's the Blutdurst or the Offennacht.
That's a good song.
There you go.
Yeah, they're good songs.
I'm looking them up now. Or the Necroscrop, or what? I can't pronounce this damn song now.
They're good. I'm not saying they're not, but I'm just saying that this album, it's not just the fact that each individual song is great. It's the fact that the album's got an ebb and a flow to it that is, the songs are in the perfect order, and it goes in all the right directions, right when it needs to go. I don't know who produced this thing, but he did an awesome job.
Hang on, let me see if I can pull this up and play.
Did they get like the guy who, Shania Twain's ex-husband to produce this thing or something?
Mutt Lang or whatever.
Yeah, Mutt Lang. Yeah, because it's just it's brilliant stuff.
I don't know, man. It's maybe that's what I need to do. Is I haven't burned a copy of this and like given it a long listen. I've listened to the album twice.
I've listened to it like 30 times. I've listened to it 3 times a day for the last week and a half.
Of course, it's not going to play for us right here. I'm trying to play a little bit here. And internet connection sucks. My computer is fast as S, but man, you got a 14.4 dial-up modem. Oh, that sucks. You can't stream nothing. It'll pop in here as soon as we start going.
But you look at like the history of metal albums. I mean, the number of perfect metal albums you could count on one hand, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a topic for next week is what we need to do. We need to get into that at some point because there are perfect metal records. And I can name, maybe on one hand, the amount of perfect metal albums there are. That's why I think it's a bold statement saying that this is a perfect metal record.
Yes.
I mean, it's a very bold statement, and I don't know that I can agree with that. I'm not going to put this on the level of Master of Puppets. I'm just not. Well, I can't do it.
You'll see it. Well, we'll talk about this next week, but Master of Puppets, despite being the number 1 or number 2 greatest metal album of all time, is not a perfect metal album.
Yes, it is.
No, it's got that stupid bass solo in it.
Which is, wait.
Anastasia.
No, that's no.
No, that's on Master.
No, it's not. You don't know your metal, do you?
Who's the bassist of Black Sabbath again?
You don't know your metal, do you? Anastasia's not on that record.
Isn't it Pulling Teeth?
No, that's the name of the song, but that's not the album it's on.
That's
on Kill 'Em All.
Is it?
Dude.
Are you sure?
Dude. Dude.
No, you're right. All right.
It's like Kill 'Em All, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
Master Puppets is the masterpiece.
Yeah,
it's the one you're thinking of is Orion is the one you're thinking of because that's the one that Cliff Burton wrote.
Right.
But it's the instrumental. It's an 8-minute instrumental that Cliff Burton wrote.
Okay,
but it doesn't have the bass solo.
Yeah.
So you're sort of in there. But
Orion blows.
So talking about how awesome this record is, your argument's invalid. Why? Because you don't know crap about metal.
Orion blows too. Cliff Burton getting stuck underneath that bus was like the best thing that ever happened to Metallica.
See, you're gonna try to come up with a Cliff Burton joke, dude, and it's not gonna work. You screwed up earlier on that other one.
How possible do you think it is that they could have gotten Cliff out from underneath that bus and they just went,
Dude, whatever. Cliff.
Hey, there's that band Flotsam and Jetsam, guys.
There's only. There are only. Got me on that one. All right.
Sorry.
All right. There's a finite number of bass players in metal that you know. Cliff Burton's one of them.
Yeah.
That makes him the best bass player in metal ever. So that's just how it goes. It's like you're not gonna. Who's a bass player for Slayer? What? Wait, hang on. Oh wait, he is pretty good. He doesn't play a note. He just sings. That's how it goes. What are we talking about? Kvelertak?
Kvelertak, man. This is part of what's exciting about this album too, is the fact that, as metal fans, we've been waiting for what can be next in metal. Has everything already been done? When Pathology put out an album, and it's a great album, you can love it, but there's no way that you're going to walk away from that going, Pathology are doing something totally different, right? You know that Pathology are just, they're just doing stuff that's already been done, Wormed. I'm excited about the new Wormed album, but are Wormed doing anything that hasn't been done before in metal? No. But Kvelertak have figured out a way to do something that's a little bit different. And you know what? It's awesome. It's awesome. And it's It's the perfect album at the perfect time because Kvelertak are going to Cancer Bats, right? I love Cancer Bats. Awesome. I love the fact that they're on tour with Kvelertak coming up soon.
Yeah.
And Cancer Bats have got some awesome hooks and the whole thing, but Kvelertak are doing something really special here. They're doing something really special, and I thought it was going to take 2 or 3 more albums before people would be able to realize it. I think they're going to realize it when they hear this new album.
Well, and I mean, I'm on board with Kvelertak, obviously. I mean, I've been talking about them for years now. And I just shy away from saying any record is a perfect record or any record is the best record of the year, at this point of the year.
Yeah.
Granted, last year I said that about High on Fire this time of year, and it was my number 1 record of the year. But I think this record is definitely in the top 10 at least.
You're only saying top 10?
It's one of my favorite records so far of the year. But at the same time, I still don't think it's as good as the first album. I really don't think so. I love what they're doing, continuing the style. I think they've avoided the sophomore slump. They definitely have not gotten into that trap.
Yeah.
They've done a good job keeping the sound and going. So, where it could have been deflated by major label, could have been deflated by second album, all the darling love that they've gotten from critics and everybody else. It could have been a lot of things could have influenced what happened on this album. I think they've been able to overcome all that stuff and put out a really damn good record. Is it perfect? No.
It's a perfect metal album.
No.
So how are people reacting to this online? Have you seen people discussing it at all? Or?
Actually, well, it's not out yet.
I know that, but Stereo Gum's got it, so you can stream it.
Yeah, but I haven't really seen. I can't even stream it from Stereo Gum. What are you talking about? But the thing is that I think the people that love Kvelertak love Kvelertak.
Yeah.
The people that don't know yet, and they're still on the verge of kind of breaking into that other market. And when that happens, that's when it's gonna see if it translates, no pun intended, but translates into mainstream society.
I don't think this is not a crossover record.
I don't think it's going to be a crossover record for them, but at the same time, I think the critics love it. The critics are going to be totally behind it.
They just got to avoid getting, they're having their bus crash, and they're going to be just fine.
Or have a bus crash, and everything will be even better. Because now, people want to go see John Paisley constantly.
Yeah, you didn't talk about him at South by, did you?
Because I didn't go see him.
Oh.
I think that's where everybody went that Saturday night during Black Tusk.
Is that right? Yeah, they see him do an acoustic set or something?
I heard it was pretty good, though. I heard it was actually a lot of fun. Yeah, I did shake his hand at Flatstock, though.
Ah.
But,
yeah,
that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
And he does relate, actually, to Kvelertak because he did the cover art for the new Kvelertak record, which you saw prints of that at Flatstock during South by Southwest.
Did you see what I put on our Facebook page?
Birds that poop.
Yeah, it's very funny.
No.
People dying and poop is, that's pretty much where the end of my humor ends.
We need to work up some jokes. Maybe take a class or something. Is that what'll help? Take a class, make the show a little bit better.
Hey, next week, we're Easter show.
Next week is the Easter show. We're trying to get a special guest in for our Easter show.
I'm
Don't know if it's going to happen
about
yet.
this.
We'll have to see if we can get him in.
He may be scared.
We're trying to get Jesus.
It's going to be awesome.
Jesus is coming back, and he's coming back on Visions from the Dark Side. That's where it's going to happen, bro. Woo! Deviled eggs and Jesus. Good times. Be farting up a storm. Damn it. I got to watch the F-bombs. I so want to drop an F-bomb. I've been wanting to all day for some reason. Filth, flarn, filth. But we got to wrap this show up for today.
It's a good show.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man. Thanks
for having us. Keep the momentum rolling. Yeah. Thanks for coming back, Godless. I almost ran him off, guys. I did. I almost ran him away, scared him off. But then I told him I'd buy him some chocolate and get him laid, and he decided to come back. So everything will be better. But thank you for tuning in every Sunday night from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. right here on No Control Radio HT2. Or you can stream us on SoundCloud as of Mondays. We put it up, and you can stream us for free. And join us on Facebook. If you got a topic idea or anything you want to put any input in, make sure you leave a comment on SoundCloud, or you can also sign up and become a fan on Facebook. Just click visionsfromthedarkside.com, and you can get there and become a fan. I am Chickadee Chuck.
And I'm Godless.
And this is Visions from the Dark Side.